Good morning, guys. We have left that amazing hot springs area that we were at in our last video. We are driving down out of the mountains. We are dropping in elevation quite fast. We've been driving for about an hour and we haven't really showed you anything because it hasn't been interesting. But today's drive will be a total of about 3 hours. And we are heading to somewhere incredibly cool, a type of place that we've never been, right, Curt?
Yeah, this is really exciting.
Yeah, so if anything interesting happens on this drive, we will show you. If not, we'll see you when we get to our next campsite. So this drive was just a routine drive through the mountains until we got along this beautiful river. I do not know the name of the river, but it's got the big boulders in it and the white rapids, and it's a big, good-sized river carving through these very tall, steep mountains. And we just came around a corner, and we've kind of gotten used to every once in a while just looking off in the distance and seeing a tall, skinny waterfall coming down the side of these mountains. But we just came around this corner and there were 3 of them all right there together. It was absolutely beautiful, so we had to pop in and share that with you. And now we are almost to where we're going to get fuel, which is good because we're running really low, but we think there's one right around the corner. So cross your fingers because we're super low on fuel. Okay guys, we made it to the gas station. We are now full of fuel. And we know that all around the world people are suffering from the high gas prices right now.
Still $1.90 here?
We just got 16 gallons for $30.64.
Yeah.
So that is because Ecuador does a government subsidy for the fuel, guys. I'm sure there are a few other countries that do that, but we're pretty lucky right now, aren't we, Curt?
Yeah, we're lucky.
All right, let's go.
Let's go. All right, y'all are probably thinking, oh no, not another road construction vlog. But here we come. The roads actually have been getting a little worse. A few more potholes, a little more bouncy, a little more unsuspecting terrain. And now we happen across this 1-lane bridge. You can see they're up there still working on the other side. And as the semi trucks slowly come across here. But another construction project. We've been coming down through these mountains, these high mountain passes. We're probably down around 5,000 feet elevation, más o menos. And we're coming down through some beautiful cloud forests. But you know what that means? Rain. Lots of rain. So Snow gets the pleasure of driving on the rain in the rain on her shift. First there was rain and then there was fog.
I'm gonna call it a cloud.
Keeping it interesting, guys. Never a dull moment.
When you are using the GPS to drive because you cannot see the road, you know the fog is thick. This is our sharp left. Then we're gonna have a slight right soon.
Close your eyes, hear the voice within, calling. This heavy load got under your skin. You got the white knuckles holding on it tight, keeping your feelings bottled up inside, heading for a collision in the night. To really live, you gotta die. Breathe in, breathe out. Hey, come alive. Breathe in, breathe out. Look at the colors, colors, colors.
All right, we're definitely in a more tropically environment, and you can see all the bananas, and I don't know what some of this other stuff is. But anyway, got to stop and get a bunch of small bananas along here. Ah, sí, perfecto. $1. Gracias. ¿En qué es? Guava. No, no necesita cambiar. No, para ti. Gracias. area. We're definitely starting to see the more rustic, more humble housing, a lot of basic wood structures with maybe palm tree roofs and things like that. And as I said earlier, a lot of banana trees, and it is a lot warmer. I think we've been in 50, 60 degree weather for quite a while now, and
it's gonna be time to take off the warm clothes.
Yeah, it's gonna get up into the 80s here, I'm sure. So the gateway to the Amazon. It looks like they're working on this bridge, so it's a one-lane bridge.
Woo. And
There's a hole.
Yeah,
there's a hole in the bridge.
Yes, there is. We're gonna try to not drive over it. We're going around the hole in the bridge. The last time that happened was Costa Rica.
And that's the last time, and I think there's more than one hole in this bridge. But you can see the river here. And so there's kind of two crossings, I think.
Yeah, I can't tell what's happening here, but...
More holes.
Yes, a holy bridge.
There's holes right there. You just drove over a hole.
Sorry not to, but there's so many.
Huh.
Alright, okay, we made it over the holy bridge. And now we're going to turn left up here, guys, and we should be heading into the Amazon. Now, it is a bit of a touristy area, so we'll have to see how Amazonia it looks once we turn, but we're about to turn.
So we've showed you guys the Selena hostels before in other areas, I think especially in Panama, but we've kind of seen them out throughout Latin America. But this is Selena Amazonia, and you can see they kind of got little huts up in here for the rooms, or the habitaciones. They kind of got screen windows, but they sit right down here on the Napo River, and they have that nice pool area. It's really kind of done up nice. There's a boat area down here, but it looks like the river is really low, so that's kind of closed. And then up here they have the restaurant, the reception area, and some billiards. So like all the Selena hostels, they're done up really nice, but they also tend to be quite expensive for hostels. And I just wanted to come in here and check the prices. It's someplace we probably won't stay, but our option is down the road, so I at least wanted to check it out. But it's beautiful in this Amazon jungle already, so I can't wait to get to our spot. Look at these flowers.
Alright, so the Selena didn't quite work out for us. It was really nice, but we are heading to our originally planned place, which we found on iOverlander and is also recommended by Hans back at the German Beer Garden Hostel. So we're almost there. Hopefully that will work out, and we will get settled into our camp in the Amazon. We have made it to our camp. We are gonna get to stay here. We are working on getting settled in. It's been a long day of driving, and so give us a little bit to get settled in, and then we'll show you more about this place we found right on the edge of the Amazon. This lodge, this eco lodge down here in the little town that's kind of like a gateway to the Amazon here in Ecuador, has a unique story. More than 12 years ago, 15-ish years ago, several of the women in this community, and I think they're called the Cawichis, they're an indigenous community from the Amazon. Several of the women got together because the funny story is they were not very pleased with how the men were trying to provide for the families. Now I laugh, but it probably was not a funny scenario. But the women got together and figured they were going to figure out how to take care of themselves and their families. And they started a tilapia farm. Now the story goes that the men all just laughed, thought it was funny that the women were going to try to do something. But the story spread, and the tilapia farm became more and more successful, to where the men really weren't laughing so much anymore. People would come to buy some fish, and they would want to get them cooked here. So the women started a restaurant. Now they have a tilapia farm and a restaurant. But people would come for dinner, eat the tilapia at the wonderful restaurant, and they wouldn't want to leave. they would want to stay. And it's because the sounds of the jungle around here are pretty soothing and amazing. So it just kind of makes sense that you would want to stay. So they started a hotel. Now the main focus of the business is the hotel. Of course, during COVID times, it's slow here and they've been hurt financially. But it is a beautiful place, very authentic, ran by, I believe it's 12 of the women from this community. And it's definitely got a family atmosphere to it. Now, I'm gonna show you around a little bit. We're gonna have a nice lunch here. I think we're gonna learn how to make chocolate the Amazon way rather than the corporate high-tech way that we learned back in Meandale. And I do believe that we're gonna get to experience a little bit about what this place has to offer. Now, it is a fantastic campsite. It is on our app we use, iOverlander. Everyone that comes here seems to get the same feeling that we do. You're comfortable, you feel safe. They've got showers. They're cold showers, but that's okay because it's not so cold down here. We're in the Amazon. The restaurant is gonna be yummy, I can tell already. I think we're gonna have a fun few days here, guys. Another pretty cool thing about this place is nobody speaks English that we've met so far. They do speak Spanish, but they also speak their native language. And it's Cowichis. So it's pretty cool little thing here. You can definitely tell when they change to the other language because we pick up 0 of the words. They offer a lot of different tours you can get done here. They make jewelry. It's a really cool place. I love the entrepreneurship of the women that started this place. And look at what they've turned it into. Now that we've showed you a little bit about this place, we're definitely gonna have some lunch here. I think we're gonna pull the bikes out and take them for a ride around this little community down here. Something that was a little bit entertaining to me is when they were showing us around before we set up camp. They wanted to show us the pool. And this is the pool. They call it a piscina, which means pool. They tell us that there's no caiman in this part. This is a moat that goes around the main buildings here. And they tell us there's no caiman and that there's no piranhas that eat meat. There is a piranha type fish, but not one that will eat us. But I can feel pretty confident in saying I won't be going swimming in their piscina. There are lots of little friendly dogs around. And I know they're friendly because they don't come up to our screen door and bother the kitties. They have cabins all around this nice place. So it's called Sinchi Warmi. We'll put some information in the video description. If you're planning a trip to Ecuador and you want to come to the gateway of the Amazon, and from here you can figure out how to take 3 and 4 and 7 day tours into the depths of the real Amazon. But it's a nice place.
I have a little exploring to do. So we just got here last night and kind of checked the place out. But I want to get outside this little reserve and see what they have. Now we're down next to the Napo River in the Amazon. I've heard all sorts of crazy birds and monkeys. And there is some cool stuff here, but there's some other stuff we want to hear. So I need to go scout it out. So I made it up here to the main road, up at the entrance of the Sinchi Warmi Amazon Lodge where we're staying. You can see their cabanas and restaurants, and they also host overlanders like us. But the river's down this way, so I'm gonna head down here and see what we can find. I think there's some more communities along the way, and of course, you know me, I'm always looking for wildlife and birds. All right, so I've made it down to the Napo River. Check this out, guys. So I believe those right there are the boats that we would take if we were to take a tour down the river. And then there used to be a pedestrian bridge that goes over to the city there. But the pedestrian bridge is down, I understand. And so now you take it by water taxi. Now the guys at the lodge told me we could put our bikes on the boats and take them over. I'm kind of looking at the boat right now thinking that'd be a little bit difficult. Alright guys, so I was riding around this little town and I kind of came to the dead end here, and there's a school and a soccer field, and there's a couple guys out here working on the field, and they hollered to me to ask if I need any help or information on places. And so I'm gonna see if these guys have any information on some boat rides and some other stuff we might be interested in. Turns out those guys have a community lodge here closer to the river. He's also a guide and speaks English, so we were able to have a good conversation about all the different options. So I'm gonna go down here and check this place out. But we're kind of heading back into this place right now, Chiripuri, and I don't know how to spell it, but that's how he pronounced it, kinda. Family here met me at the door, super nice. I just chatted with them. They have some beautiful gardens through here, and then kind of one of the cool things is they have these dancers and actividades, and so we can see that as well. And the property runs along the beach here, or right along the river. So if we walk right through here, they have a little tienda, and it looks like a little waiting area. But then you come down through these cool covered paths, and they have a boat launch right down here. And so the problem is we have a really good setup. I really like the family at the other place. Now these accommodations are definitely a little bit nicer. The parking, however, is not as nice, and there's no way Wi-Fi would reach the parking. But we're definitely gonna come check this out. So again, probably not a place we'll overnight, but definitely a place we have to visit. It's pretty authentic back here and really just super cool. So I'm headed back to the fan to tell Snow and the kiddies everything I learned today. And this little boy's carrying the benches for the soccer games today, and he's got a little puppy, so that's cool. And then it looks like his little brother's still back here pulling up the rear, carrying a little table for the soccer game. But the people back here are super nice and friendly. Everyone smiles at you. Hola! ¿Cómo está?
Curt is back from his bike adventure and has all kinds of cool information for us. But the next thing we gotta do is get some lunch. So we're gonna go inside this lodge here and have a typico lunch. So, and then after that we have another fun thing we're gonna do. So let's go, I'm hungry.
Wow, Snow, yeah. What do you have there?
I know it has chicken in it. So we got some rice. It looks like we have some sort of a lentil-like bean. I'm guessing these are plantains or something. A nice looking salad. And this looks like a typical, maybe some kind of stew or thick soup with chicken in it. And Curt's is coming right now.
It looks pretty delicious. Wow, look at that.
Can we guess what Curt got, guys?
Tilapia.
Muchas gracias. Curt got fish.
So I believe this is heart of palm.
No, the heart of palm is on the fish.
Oh, that's the heart of palm on the fish.
I'm thinking that's a yuca.
¿Qué es? ¿Yuca?
Yuca.
Sí, gracias.
Yuca, plátano.
Plátano.
Ensalada.
Ensalada con...
Pitón, fruta de aquí.
Oh, okay.
Cebolla, pimiento, tomate.
Ah, entiendo.
Piña.
Piña.
Sí.
Tilapia con...
Palmito.
Palmito.
Sí.
And arroz.
El de pollo también va palmito.
Sí. Oh, nice. So I
Okay.
have palmetto in here.
Ah, palmetto aquí. Okay. ¿Y qué es?
Menestra de lenteja.
Lentils,
Ah,
sí.
okay. Gracias.
Gracias,
Yeah.
thank you.
Buen
Thank
provecho.
you. And para tomar esta
Guayusa
guayusa.
con limón.
Limón, sí.
Guayusa con limón. Gracias.
Gracias.
When the owners started this 12 years ago, it started as a tilapia farm. And then based on that success, eventually they kind of built a resort here. And so you can see one of the specialties and that I had to get here is the tilapia. and that's heart of palm on there. So I've never had any of this, but apparently it's cooked in the banana leaves. And so I've never had the fish prepared like this, so pretty excited. Very good. Very, very good. Fabian. Machete. All right, this is our guia for the day.
Yeah.
I think he's taking us to the coffee plantation.
Cacao.
Cacao.
Cacao. See?
He's taking us to the coffee fields.
The cacao fields.
The cacao fields.
So we've walked down the road to the cacao plantation. Wow.
So if you guys remember the cacao tour we did in Mindo, they didn't grow them in that environment. Clearly, they grow them here. And this looks like the red ones.
Yes, the red ones.
We have a red and yellow.
See?
Yellow.
Yeah.
51 years they've had this.
Oh, look at the caterpillar. Is it?
It's already, yeah.
See? See? Oh, see?
Oh, it's a little caterpillar.
Oh, nice.
That is his home. And how do you know when they're ready?
Ready is red.
Oh, it's red.
Also,
So those aren't ready.
No, listo?
No.
Listo.
See?
Yes.
Got it.
So purple to red.
All right. All right, so the way they grow these out here is they either open up the cacao big seed pod and literally plant a seed. And they plant it close to the existing plants, probably for protection. And then they wait for it to grow, and once it gets, a couple inches high, they can relocate it. Or they can literally just cut part of the limb off and stick it down in the ground and graft it, and it'll, after a few days, grow its own roots, and then they relocate it. So, sounds like it's pretty easy to just take some trimmings from a cacao plant and get them growing. So for the red cacao plant, it takes it about 3 years to grow up to be a tree that's big enough to grow fruit. So after 3 years, it starts to get these little cute flowers on it that is pollinated by a little mosquito, not bees or wasps or anything else, a little mosquito. Once you see this flower open up like that one, then it takes 3 months before it becomes a fruta that's ready to be picked for cacao, for chocolate. So you can see there's a little baby one. Yeah, so, and there's one that's probably maybe a week old. It's got a pretty little flower. All right, let's get back to the tour. Curt's learning stuff I'm not hearing. Fabio has put Curt to work.
It's gonna break.
No, it's okay. No.
Yay!
Yeah, you got it.
Watch your fingers.
Yeah. Cuidado, dedo. Exactly.
There it is.
It's not as sweet.
No?
No. Otro es más.
It's a little sour.
What are you doing, Curt?
There's a little pulp on the outside of these seeds. It's real thin membrane. But honestly, it's my favorite part.
Yeah, it's good.
I like it more than chocolate.
A little dry.
All right, guys, Curt's gonna try a little fresh sugar cane. You say you've never had it like this, Curt?
I never have, especially cut directly from the field. I mean, this is right here.
Yeah.
He just chopped it off.
So you may know if you've been following along, guys, I grew up on a farm in Florida, and sugarcane is something that we grew. So I've done this. So I'm gonna let Curt experience the chewiness.
Now look right above his head. There's a big old termite nest, and you can see how the termites just make their little trails, their highways right up to the nest. Look at this. He's got this thing almost prepped up.
Yeah.
About termites?
No, tell me.
Yeah. Termites is very important here in the Amazon forest. Why we can use is for mosquito repellent. Yeah.
Oh.
Look, they're running up and down the thing right there.
Yeah, here. And you open it one, and then it's coming outside many
Termites.
and then you take like this, and then put it all in your body. Smell like a termite.
And the mosquitoes,
Nothing of it.
Nothing.
the
Nice.
termites smell, stink bad.
Yeah.
So,
Also for chickens, like food, and fish.
to esposa.
All right. Chew away. You chew it, then you spit out the stuff.
And you can eat yours however you want.
Okay, go ahead and try
This
to
is
chew that. Glad I decided to try some. I had forgot how good it was. Yeah, it's got a cinnamony flavor.
Yes.
See?
Oh,
Yeah, that's good.
it does have
It's a
cinnamon.
cinnamon. Yeah, the cinnamon tree.
That's
Oh,
a cinnamon tree?
Mm-hmm.
Cinnamon comes from the leaves or from the bark?
Oh,
Both.
the bark, leaf, and the fruit.
Whoa, give me fruit.
Guys,
Right now, the
Cinnamon
plant
tree.
is very small. We need to wait many years.
oh, see?
When the tree has 15 years or 80 years, and then you can take
Take the fruit.
Ah.
But you can use a leaf to cook for tea, or also for chocolate. Yeah,
See?
you can dry it in the fire or with sand, and then
From,
Yeah.
Then you have a smaller pieces, yeah, but mixing with the chocolate. You can see that after. The bark. Same. Smell. Smell hot.
oh, it's strong. It's like a red hot.
Ooh, that's good. I bet that smells good when you burn it in a fire.
Wow.
All right, so I had no idea cinnamon came from a tree. I don't know why I didn't know that. I actually had no clue where it came from at all. But it comes from a tree like this. It can come from the leaves, the bark. The best way, of course, is the fruit itself. This tree is too young for that. It takes 15 to 18 years before the tree will start to bear fruit. But we're chewing on these leaves and smelling this bark. It's just like eating cinnamon, guys.
You know about vanilla?
Vanilla.
Vanilla, yeah?
Oh, vanilla.
So this comes from Ireland, yeah? This one is from here, the bigger leaf, yeah? Two fastest is this one.
Fastest.
This one costs in a year, you need to wait 8 months. This one in 5-6 months.
Does the vanilla come from the leaf or from the
No,
fruit?
the flower,
A
firstly, yeah, flower, and then comes the big bean,
Oh,
like
A bean.
bean.
See the
Yeah.
beans?
vanilla bean. That's right. Yep, yep.
you know?
Licorice.
Yes.
Oh, anís. Anís.
Yeah.
Anís también se utiliza el agua como para hacer el chocolate o para masajes, limpieza facial.
Ah.
Yeah.
Oh, they just put them up there and ship them. This is the drying station.
Yeah.
Put it here like this.
See?
The cacao is like continue like fermented, yeah.
Okay.
And then all the sweets is go in.
Oh, it
fruit.
soaks in it. Okay.
Yeah. Sacar. Luego cuando tienes aroma y haces esto, ¿ya?
Sí.
I think we're going to work.
So we have sugar, vanilla, it's our cinnamon and vanilla
Vanilla and milk.
and leche. All right, so he's putting it in this grinder here, this little hand grinder.
Look at it coming out of there.
Look at that.
Yeah. Wow. You turned it into a lot.
Smell it?
Yeah, it smells really good.
Snow's gonna be cranking. Crank it up, Snow. Crank it up.
It's hard.
It's muy difícil.
Yeah,
It takes two hands.
Your muscles very
Yes.
stronger. You wanna try? It's really dark.
No.
No. Wait.
No, gracias. 30%.
30% azúcar.
Remember we learned that
Yeah, we did
60% is normal. 60% chocolate and candy bars and 40% sugar, más o menos.
Yeah, okay. We're gonna try.
Is that normal? No.
No, it's okay. Depends. If you want to 100% chocolate, 19, 18, depends.
Cinnamon.
Cinnamon,
Pinch. How do you say it?
Spingo.
Espinga.
Spingo.
Espingo.
So everybody always makes fun of how I say ruins. Well, guess what? Snow's got a word that she pronounces
Pinch.
uniquely.
You take a little pinch of something. Not pinch.
Pinch. So a pinch cinnamon.
Oh, again?
Yeah.
Oh, with the stuff.
Oh, now we've done this. Oh, look at there. We're going for a second grind here. Snow's gonna grind it up with the sugar in it.
So, the more hard one.
Grind it up, Snow. Grind it up.
Yeah. You see the different colors now?
It's starting to smell like a brownie.
Yes.
All right,
Richard?
twice mixed, and now we add milk.
No, chocolate.
I think that'd be like licking the cake batter bowl.
Vanilla.
Oh, look how syrupy it is. It's thick.
Yummy. What are you doing, Curt?
Well, I'm stirring the milk in with the chocolate
And the vanilla.
and the vanilla. We've already crushed it twice through the crusher, once with just the chocolate, the second time with the sugar
And the cinnamon.
and the cinnamon. So now we're just trying to whip it up with the milk. Make a little milk chocolate. Look how rich that is, guys.
All right, Curt stirred and stirred, and they added more and more milk. And now it's kind of liquidy, kind of like a syrup. Sounds like we're headed back to the kitchen. I think we're fixing to eat our chocolate on some sort of dessert. What do you think, Curt?
I think this is a lot different process than what we had in Mindo, and I definitely prefer this one, the authentic
Yeah,
experience.
I do too.
Grinding it by hand, and it was fun. It was
Yeah.
very interesting.
So now we go to painting the fruits, pineapple.
That chocolate covered fruit.
Here we go, guys. It's a banana with the chocolate we literally just made in the jungle.
All I can tell you guys is we are absolutely demolishing this pineapple and banana.
We had to establish a line down the middle. We're not allowed to cross, so Curt can't eat any of mine. I can't eat any of his. It's really good. It's been a fun couple of days here, hanging out at this campground, this resort. We have some cool stuff planned for tomorrow at a different location, and you're going to want to see that. We'll show it to you in a few days. But with that, we're going to end this video, wind it down, have a nice relaxing evening here. We'll see you in a few days. Cheers, guys. If you liked this video, be sure to subscribe to our channel and hit that notification bell so you guys know when we put out new videos. And don't forget, you can always follow us over on Instagram to see what's going on in between videos. Cheers, guys!